Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. As there is a problem with the call, pay no attention to that, please. It's gonna be Boreal Esports up against Leviathan. As soon as we fix the call with Rupture, I don't know what's going on with that. We'll try to fix it right now. Sorry for all the Skype noises. There's an internet connection problem.
Dire team pick.
Rupture might be DC'd right now. I'm just gonna start without him. Let me see. He's calling me. Is it working now? Well, I'm just gonna solo cast for now. He'll be joining me in just a moment, I'm sure. You may already hear him in Dota. I can't hear him for sure right now. Actually, there it goes again.
10 seconds remaining.
Sorry about the technical issues, guys.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see here. Looks like he's having technical issues too. I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. Boreal Esports up against Leviathan. Two great NA Dota teams. Leviathan definitely the more prominent, but Boreal, one of those up-and-coming teams. We saw a bit of them in the Battle of America. We saw a lot of Leviathan in the Battle of America, and it's very exciting to see Jenkins drafting that Pudge for them once again.
Dire team back.
But, of course, Pudge won't be without his interruptions here. Tidehunter and Clockwork picked up by Boreal. A little interesting for Leviathan, though. They ban out the Troll Warlord and the Juggernaut. Juggernaut being very strong, I know, in pubs this patch, but I'm not sure where else. Rupture, are you with me?
I think I am.
Alright, I think you are too. I don't even know what's going on with that.
10 seconds remaining.
We've had about 2 minutes of technical issues here, but once again, very happy to welcome Rupture back to the cast.
Dire team back.
Very happy to be getting things going here as well. Yeah, so I was just talking about the fact that we do have Jenkins Pudge. We also see Faceless Void picked up from them. Some interesting bans coming out from Leviathan, though, and I'm assuming these are targeted right at Boreal.
Yeah, I would totally think that the bands that they're... Whoa, what?
You sound robotic.
Yeah, you sound clear to me, though, which is really odd.
I don't know. We'll make the best of it for now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, can you hear me properly now?
No.
Like,
I'm gonna try to close out some extra tabs here. That sounds much better, all of a sudden.
okay, so it was unstable.
I guess so.
I don't know what happened.
Skype's being really weird for us tonight. I'm very sorry about that, but we're gonna move on in here. We do have Boreal picking up the Leviathan himself, the Tidehunter,
5 seconds remaining.
coming up, as well as the Clockwork. Those are two heroes we usually see in the offlane. Both of them, actually. And very big teamfight heroes. Clockwork maybe not as big, but definitely important here. And then Dazzle, so we could see a support Tide, maybe?
Yeah, I can totally see us. Right, actually, with as weird as that sounds. I mean,
it's old metagame, but it definitely can work.
Yeah, middle Tide.
Mid-Tide could work as well, yeah. I mean, we know the Pudge is probably not going to be mid for Leviathan, which is a very odd thing to say, but, I mean, if you've seen Leviathan play, Jenkins is probably going to play him offlane or supportish.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. If anything, the Hunter would be a really good pick versus Pudge, just by the fact that the Kraken Shell can actually disjoint the from Pudge.
The dismember, yeah.
Totally see. I mean, what kill potential does Pudge really have outside of landing 2 hooks and maybe right click? And right clicking is like
you have to be in position.
So
yeah,
that's underwhelming at best. Clockwork vs Pudge. would be another good idea. I mean, considering that, Pudge is like, yeah, I'm gonna bring you next to me. Yeah, and Clockwork is like, fine, already assault, go at it, bitch. So it is pretty crystal clear, that those either of them could be a really good pick. But however, probably not gonna run middle Pudge anyway.
Yeah.
So this is all kind of moot.
Can we try to restart the call one more time, Rupture?
Yeah.
I hate to do it, but
it's
it's crackly.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I'm gonna try to recall you again.
Okay, that sounds fine. I'm sorry about the technical issues, guys. We are hoping to get this underway. It's been a while since I've casted, so the setup is a little odd, but the Mirana Disruptor combo is a classic, in my eyes at least. You can glimpse someone into arrow because you're going to see where they end up as long as you time it properly. It's a little trickier, but definitely a good thing to pull off in the end for them. Let's see. Alright, testing 1, 2.
1, 2. 1, 2.
You're a little better, but it's still cutting out a bit, but we'll make it work for now. See if, actually, Rupture, it may be your Skype audio options.
No, actually I'm checking and the status is changing a lot actually.
Okay.
So it's the Skype itself, it's like going online and offline constantly. I don't know what it is, man, because I reset the PC and everything, man. So someone is leeching me. that's the best I can come up with. Someone is actually leeching my bandwidth.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll have to just trooper through that. Hopefully
you guys can hear clearly enough. Boreal, though, going with the Lina, and now their lineup is looking more flexible than ever. Let's really dig into this draft some, because we haven't been able to talk much about it, but Lina Clockwork can work because you have the cogs to set up a light strike array. However, she generally is like a much worse version of Death Prophet. In my opinion, she just doesn't get a lot done, and unless you're going to run her as a core, which is possible, especially with the Dazzle on the team, she's just kind of underwhelming.
Yeah. Actually, here's the advantage that she does have versus Death Prophet, is that she's able to snowball faster.
Yeah.
So she can make a bigger presence in the early game, and there is on her. It's usually not that common, but can work.
What was that item you mentioned?
10 seconds remaining.
The right-clicking potential.
Deso? Maybe?
Dire team bad.
I lost him.
Hey. Nope.
Rupture?
I can hear you, man. I don't know.
Oh, you can hear me fine. I just... It sounds like you're going through a snowstorm.
What the
It sounds... Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just reset the whole damn thing, so I'm gonna leave it for 3 minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
What the fuck?
Hey, you'll get it figured out, man. I appreciate the viewers' patience and you figuring it out, because I have no idea what's going on. For now, I guess I'll solo cast, though. I hope it gets figured out, Rupture, and we'll talk to you in a moment.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, bye.
Reserve time.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Anyways, the Lina core is something I'm not a big fan of, but it is possible. Leviathan going with an OD pick, though. Hold on now. No disconnect there. That was the real pick. I really question this, for sure. But if this is a mid Lina from Boreal, OD's going to do very well against it. And he also can set up Pudge Hook, he can set up Mirana Arrow. It's like a skill shot fest over here from Leviathan. And Boreal, their lineup is not coming together for me at the moment. They do have 15 seconds left on the clock. They need a damage dealer. A serious damage dealer. Sure, Lina can deal damage, but in this kind of situation, I don't think she's going to be able to. She builds a Yules defensively. Pudge can grab her. It's still possible. It'll be an anti-mage for her. Normally I'd say this is a great pick, but to be honest, at the moment, it doesn't look quite as great. And for some reason, we're also not ticketed. I'm not sure why we aren't ticketed. Making sure chat's okay. There, yeah. Gonna try to keep things up from Rupture over here and go ahead and sign off of Steam. That shouldn't be coming up. My apologies. Of course, hopefully you are enjoying the
Prepare for battle.
broadcast at the moment. What is going on here? Am I on directed or assisted? No, I'm not. Hold on one more second. There we go. Got my camera settings set up right. Apologies again for the technical issues this evening. We're going to have Leviathan up against Boreal Esports. The battle of the two American teams. It is a best of 3 despite what the scoreboard would say at the moment. We've got Jenkins on the Pudge sporting the Dragon Claw hook and the Bone Saw as well. Look at that hook.
30 seconds to battle.
This is the Mad Harvester set. Not all his sporty items at the moment. We have Shibby on the OD. Sporting a very nice set as well as a custom staff. Flying Zebra will be on your Disruptor. At the moment, I believe he's standing in for the team. Nusham will be on the Marana this evening. Hoping to see some amazing arrows from him. Loki57 will be on the other side of the river on the Tidehunter. Let's not forget, though, Shredder on the Faceless Void in the hard carry position. And that is actually going to be it. So it looks like an aggressive tri-lane coming out with the Pudge at the moment. Although there is a ward placed up here for some extra vision. Not 100% sure why. It's going to be 747 on the mid lane anti-mage. Should definitely be an interesting thing to see. He'll do fine against OD. I have no doubt about that, seeing as he doesn't really need mana in lane. However, once OD starts snowballing, the pure damage is going to be a serious problem. We've got a tri-lane up here of KVH on the Lina, Loki57 on what appears to be support Tidehunter, and Futse on the Dazzle, which leaves Bible on the Dash on the Clockwork. Hopefully not living on a prayer. Let's try this out. Hello.
Okay, homeboy, I think...
It sounds much better.
Alright.
You're cutting out a tiny bit,
Took
but
another hard reset into the modem.
we'll be okay. We'll make it work. Yep. Anyways, and actually Hook coming out from Pudge just to pull some creeps here. Is not going to do that. I've already done our hero introductions here, Rupture, so sorry to take that away from you. Of course, we do have a mid anti-mage up against OD.
Wait, they picked an OD? What the fuck?
Yeah. And it honestly, Boreal picking the anti-mage into it is what's so questionable to me. OD's passive, the fact that it replenishes mana, is like, anti-mage is going to burn all your mana, guys. He's going to burn all your mana, but don't worry, I'll just replenish it. So, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's only a 40% chance, but still.
Here's the deal, actually. There's a counterpoint to that.
Yeah.
You will have always mana burn to deal damage to Shibby, so Shibby's gonna get bursted down like no one else business.
Yeah,
Just
or
by
anyone on the
right-clicking
team. Yeah, that is a very valid point that I didn't think of. And the possibility of, well, just the fact that pure damage on OD is going to cut right through that spell shield. And that's where most of the damage comes out for Outworld in any stage of the game. Once you build a BKB, he's not as big of a threat. But until you get that, it's going to be a pretty big threat. And Anti-Mage, not really someone who would like to build a BKB. He definitely will if he's forced to. But you want to go for other items because you're resisting the magic damage anyway. It's the pure damage and the stuns that are really going to give you a hard time. And they have Pudge as well, who he can cut right through BKB with his Sun. He doesn't care. He will die to a neutral after buying out here with the Ring of Regen. Cut off right in his prime, but no big deal there. It does show up as a kill for Boreal, but of course First Blood has not been spilled nor denied as well.
But, I mean, the upside for the Yanch, if any, would be at least the ultimate is not gonna destroy him as hard on the magical damage side, but still it's gonna be brutal.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty brutal for the rest of the team for sure. And he doesn't have any int gain. He gets 1 point. Well, actually, he has a decent int gain, surprisingly enough. Most of his mana regen, though, comes from that Void Stone he'll pick up with the Battle Fury, and the fact that he just needs it to blink, and doesn't need it for that much else.
I love the words on Boreal.
Yeah.
Just a quick nudge for ones who actually have been following us. You know, Battle of America. So,
yeah.
Just wrapping that real quick.
Also, I love the positioning of this ward. They're going to see right over the river here, and spot out if Pudge is coming in for a rotation on Anti-Mage, and he'll be able to blink away from it. Of course, if you time it right, you're going to be able to blink away from it anyway, but if he comes out of nowhere, like with a smoke that he's just picked up, you're going to have a serious issue. Not to mention, OD being able to imprison Anti-Mage is setting up perfectly for a hook. Same with the Mirana arrow, even though we haven't talked about Mirana. It's interesting to see her played in a core role once again, and of course I missed First Blood. Bot lane, we actually see Disruptor go down to the Clockwork.
Actually, land of that, it was just successful cogs into Battery Assault. So you didn't miss like anything really fancy, but
yeah,
he just pushed, you know, and Shredder didn't follow suit, I guess, but you know, Bible on the Dash just capitalized on that little disjoint between support and carry.
Yeah, maybe a bit of miscommunication here from them too, but still, I mean, giving First Blood up to a Clockwork, he is one of those offlaners who can really find a kill in his lane pretty easily. He's not going to be sitting back doing nothing for a while.
But here's the deal also. He's one of the snowbally offlaners of the game.
Yeah. And if he can get kills,
so
he can really get crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
not to mention Blade Mail, early on against this team is big. None of them want to build BKB.
Not really.
I mean, OD will eventually, probably, just because he is a glass cannon kind of hero. But right now, he wants to go full int. He actually has 1,600 gold. Probably going to go for a Midas into something like Force Staff or Mech. But we will see. Actually, Arrow going to come out, but Juke's coming out from 747.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't ask for 989 to, you know, help them out on the Boreal side. Wink, we know who it is. For the ones who don't know, well, it's a high-profile caster. Anyway. Oh, haste on the Mirana. This could get interesting.
Yeah, could. Definitely. She tries to rotate around bot, but they're just giving Jenkins space up top. It's going to be a regen rune for Anti-Mage. He's not going for bottle. And I honestly am thinking this is a totally fine decision. He doesn't need it as long as he picks up a ring of health relatively soon, but he's not taking much harass either. 747 is playing this very well, very conservatively. He's also got the poor man's shield, but here comes the arrow. Blasted out from Mirana. Susie,
nice.
Or 747, gonna get hit by that, but Loki's here. He doesn't have a Ravage, but he doesn't really need one just to ward them off at the moment because they know they can't stand up to Tidehunter and kill him. And OD will get that early Midas. 6.5 minutes in here. 31 last hits. Sitting on par with the Lina and very far ahead of the Anti-Mage. Having that ranged advantage ahead of him, as well as just taking him off the map for a few seconds every now and then, is really hurting his farm a lot.
Yeah. I can actually agree on that point. Also, I mean, another big part of, and I always harp on this, but the big part of the Midas, outside of, you know, keeping up with the farm and just stabilizing, even if you die, is the quick experience.
Yeah.
Outward Devourer is gonna get a bang for that buff, man. I mean,
he's one of the more. Yeah, he's one of the more experienced dependent supports there is, or excuse me, carries there is out there. Getting him to level 16 gives you a ton of extra damage simply because Arcane Orb is much better than the stats for him.
Yeah.
And actually, Jenkins going to be found a bit too deep. He's going to get slowed now. Loki trying to hit him a couple more times. He's just too tanky, and actually a nice arrow out from the Mirana. And Loki will get stunned up here. Jenkins going to make his escape. No hooks used. He will tick down a little bit here, but he does have his Tranquils ready to help him regenerate. And he also bags himself an Illusion Rune as Disruptor's finding the Bounty Rune. They're finding really good rune luck down here for Leviathan. The Shredder finding great farm as well. Almost to his Mask of Madness now and about 250 gold, so...
Yeah, it's spiking again this time, man.
Yeah.
Something's up. But, I was double checking on something.
Uh-oh. Speaking of spiking,
Oh.
we got Shredder gonna feel the spike as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, I went out, I was streaming and all that, so I had all that happy stuff, and then all of a sudden, man, he's like, well, your connection just wants to just jump off a cliff and see how it goes.
Your neighbor cut the cord or something? I mean, it's a lot better than it was, because it was to the point where you couldn't say anything. It was like, yep. And yeah, that would be a good... And I'm like, oh, Rupture, what are you talking about, dude? But now, it's much better. Still a little fuzzy, but, if you keep checking your mail, the fuzziness should go away for you pretty soon. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
God, man. Yeah, he should actually do that tomorrow.
It might not be there just yet, but I don't know. Did you see this in the chat, though? No row mid. Honorable 1v1, please. Which...
And just following up to the discussion before, as like, well, how do we decide who is wrong and right? Well, 1v1 mid Shadow Fiend.
Yeah.
No.
just like 5 of those, and we'll be good. Not any of this 5v5 crap. That takes way too long. But actually, Anti-Mage is getting pretty decent farm. But I can say, I've been playing a lot of Anti-Mage recently. He's very strong this patch, it feels like, and I'm not 100% sure why. It's just that getting a carry that can get online and then stay online, and oh no, we lost our advantage, just kidding. No, we didn't, our Anti-Mage's farm. Is really a powerful thing to have. And if you can, have a solo lane against him, the Anti-Mage is in heaven. He could use a support in the lane still, probably, but the solo lane is just going to make it so easy for him to farm. You don't have 2 people there harassing him. You don't even have 2 targets to look at, so he's being a bit facetious, but it's not going to be real. And nice Chronosphere there from Shredder. Flying Zebra makes it away with a sliver of HP, and Bible... He's gonna get hooked! Jenkins there with the money plays! And he's gonna be going down to the rot. How's that smell, buddy?
Smells like fish, because you were, you know, just aching for that little metal fish. Now, no, I don't know where I was going with this, but screw it! We're going live, so hey.
Rupture, we are live. Hey, it's all good. It's been a little while, for me at least. And actually, Lena, probably working on Yules up here. Actually farming really well, though. And this is probably the hardest thing to do with Lena, is her animation. A softball pitcher winds up faster than that. Let's be honest here. It's like a whole magic trick goes on. Actually, with the Arcana, it actually looks a lot simpler than it normally does. But, KVH definitely showing up to Lena here.
Is the power threats that is making that delay reduction because of the extra attack speed, so the pitch is actually
a bit, yeah.
What most people do with Lena, and I don't play her, I mean, like, a lot, but I do play her often. Oh wow, that was sexy.
Just like looking down from the cliff.
Man. The
worst part is that you could see the Lena up there because your creeps were right beside it, but it's not gonna help you too much here.
Yeah, KVH was like, "Whoa, what's up? I'm just gonna combo you, and there's nothing you can really do." He's like, "What? You're gonna try to juke Dragon Slave? Yeah,
are you gonna try to juke Laguna Blade?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't juke that unless you're Puck. I've done that once, and it is like Mom, get the camera. Did you see that? You know?
Really hard to pull off.
Yeah, it's very hard to pull off. It was basically luck, but...
Going back a little bit into Lina, is that you have two options with her, as in order to get hits. Either you stack her damage so much that it actually is like, well, like Sven to some degree.
Yeah. You may not be able to aim the last hit, but if they're at half health, you can kill them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or just go with the KVH route and just stack a little bit extra attack speed into her.
Which is working wonders right now, to be honest. You know what? Something else I didn't think of, though? Attack speed builds on Lina. If you could somehow build attack speed and mana regen, which would be very hard to do, mind you, you could farm incredibly well and do tons of damage on Lina with the new attack speed cap increase.
Yeah, but I mean, go with an Orchid. It's pretty straightforward.
An Orchid could work,
you
yeah.
get the attack speed, you get the regen, you get the damage. Oh, middle lane.
Clockwork came in for a hook shot, but it looks like he got glimpsed out by Disruptor. And Tide still is not level 6, and this is the reason we don't see Tide support very often. You don't get your 6 fast enough, and by the time you do, they're completely ready. Somebody might even have a BKB on the enemy team at that point, as actually Pudge goes down up top to the Dazzle. Lina not quite securing the kill there, but did manage to hit him with the Laguna Blade. And since he is playing a support role, he doesn't have any of those Flesh Heap points ready yet. So no extra magic resistance for him. He's a regular hero right now.
God damn, I just at the server for some...
Oh, I'm sorry. For us casters, it's really annoying that they don't show other casters disconnecting for the game anymore in the side. But I understand why, because if there's one caster having connection issues, the players don't need to see it.
Yeah, I agree. Just odd. Just got booted out of the blue. Somehow I just sounding robotic on my end. I mean, it's alright as long as it doesn't go, you know. As long as I don't sound robotic, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're pretty good right now. We need to get like a Google Fiber caver straight from you to me, but Jenkins actually going to get stunned up here, and he won't get the deny off. A little early on the rot, in my opinion, but he does only have 2 points in it, so it's not doing a ton of damage to him, so... Yeah, and actually, whoa, Shredder's in here invading the enemy jungle. He's actually got a Mithril Hammer up now. Quite a bit of farm, 94 last hits up on him. Anti-Mage not looking so great, but 1,000 gold from now, he'll have a Battle Fury. 20 minutes is still a fine timing, mainly because that's about what I get in safe lane. But, oh, Loki, he may have just hit his level 6, but he is not in his happy place right now, as the Chronosphere comes out, and they just let Shredder do his work.
And now the OD is actually, you know, coming online with Arcane Orb.
Oh no!
OD gets his level 4 in Arcane Orb, which is the last thing you do. Pudge, actually.
Yeah, he goes down up top to a Laguna Blade. The Yules for Lina just gives her so much killing power. Like, next time you see someone rushing Ags, just start crying because they're not going Yules. Ags is fine afterwards, but Yules first is like god tier for Lina. You put him up in the air, you land a stun, the extra move speed, and just the fact that you actually have mana regen. Because if you have Ags, it's like, I ulted, I'll be back to base now, see ya.
Yeah.
Like,
also, it's a great setup for her Fire Strike Array.
It's a perfect setup for Light Strike Array, which is probably the worst spell in the game, name-wise. I absolutely hate saying that.
Oh yeah, the name is horrible. Yeah, I was like, that's why it's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, name-wise, and I mean, the synergy is there. You get the movement speed from Yules, you get the attack from I hope to see an Orchid, and pretty much you're set up as a hard carry. You can even freaking get, like, after your Aghanims, like a Monkey Kimber, and you're good, man. Good. Oh, Anti-Mage.
They try to chase him out. He does have Battle Fury done, though. It's on the courier right now, so... He'll pick that up. 16 minutes in. Not a bad place to be.
This is actually pretty good, actually. All things considered.
He's making a lot of money, and to do that with no kills is very impressive indeed. Now, he doesn't have full treads, but does at least have brown boots. I'd like to see him get the treads, but since he does have the poor man's shield, it's actually whatever at this point. And here comes Lina. Light Strike Array ready, but actually Chronosphere even more ready as Pudge finds a hook there. There's a Ravage out on 4. Flying Zebra gonna hit the deck. Shibby though coming in now. He'll manage to imprison the Clockwork, and there's actually a sentry going down because Miranda did use the ult, and Shibby will come in here. I think they were looking at him, and he can't be seen right now, but they know he's there. They're terrified of Jenkins though. That's the fear factor of playing against a Pudge, especially one with a Mirana on the team. He just got another level, so he might be looking for the hook. They haven't seen him just yet. Now they will. But is it too late? Nice hook on KVH. He is going to get the Dismember off. Nice cogs by the Clockwork, though, as KVH getting graved up. Jenkins getting slowed here. KVH is still alive, but he will be going down to the Disruptor. They'll trade for the Pudge right now. But now Bible in the dash on the run. He doesn't have Blade Mail or any mana to do anything with. He's just got Battery Assault going. Dazzle, though, with the heal coming through. An arrow's going to come by, but he will juke it. He does get hit by the Starstorm. Dazzle's still healing him up. He does get hit one more time to disable that urn, and it looks like they're going to go after Dazzle now instead, who will maybe be going down. Yeah, he definitely will be, but not without a fight. They definitely wasted some time here. Enough time that Anti-Mage could take down the mid tower and get back into the jungle. In fact, that's his treads done right now, less than 2 minutes after he got that Battle Fury.
Good job, and keeping the Clockwork alive is huge.
Yeah.
The fact that he does need that momentum to keep going.
Oh, keeping the Clockwork alive for a moment. He at least took a lot of damage there, but it wasn't enough. He's trying to tell Shredder, hey, save that rune for me, buddy. I've got a bottle. Shredder being that good teammate, though, and not just, I'm thirsty. Give rune. Tide does get the deny off on the top tower. That's an earn up for Pudge, so now both teams have their healing items going here a bit. I'm going to switch over to net worth, though, as we do see OD chugging on ahead into the lead. Anti-Mage staying quite up there with Faceless Void, though. Lina is sitting a bit farther behind. She is not the greatest, like, oh, I'm just going to sit back and farm hero in the game, but it looks like KVH is either going BKB or possibly Ags, but I really think it's BKB, considering they have a Disruptor and they have an OD. Disruptor's a pain to play against without a BKB.
Yeah, I agree. That again. Well,
what was that?
Yeah, again somehow. So
oh, okay.
Thinking, like, I'm gonna tomorrow I'm gonna call my spirit. What the hell's going on, man? What the fuck is going on, man? I don't...
They heard you started casting in English again, Rupture, and they were mad. You're not showing Costa Rica pride. Anyways, they do trade for towers right now. Anti-Mage is going to be going for an early. Vlad's here. Does have a bit of melee on the team to make it work, but it's not outstanding. There will be a Chrono out from Shredder, though. Grabbing Fussy right now, and he does more than enough damage at this point. Not even stopping to buy that Hyperstone, looking for the Anti-Mage, or just maybe more farm instead. He has 2,200 gold at the moment, though, and he's racking up the kills very quickly. Anti-Mage, not quite finding him. The poor Andrew, the Magician, is not really... He's not finding his kills. He's getting great farm, don't get me wrong. But in this game, will that be enough? Oh, okay. That explains it. I was like, Rupture, that wasn't a rhetorical question. Let me try to restart the call, as actually a hook comes out onto 747 right now, and arrow gonna connect as well. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Internet connection problem. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about the tech issues. Got these golden XP charts coming up for you. Leviathan pulling back into the lead with 1,500 after that last kill. Boreal was in the lead, but have managed to lose it very quickly. Leviathan also ahead in terms of XP. Jenkins, though, sitting behind the tower with an Invis rune. And Futse, he's gonna get hooked. He's gonna get dismembered, and even a Dazzle or a Disruptor ult, I believe, just used there to make sure he couldn't Shallow Grave, just in case. Clockwork missing the mark on the missile there. Okay. And welcome back, my Costa Rican buddy.
Damn it, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Hey, you sound much better this time.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I'm sounding better and better, but it's still unstable.
I think it's like every 5 minutes they just kind of deteriorate and shut you down for a second and then bring you right back full strength.
Exactly. It's something along those lines, man. I don't know. Anyway, what I was saying is, like, who do you think are getting the up out of this?
Well, they're securing a lot of map control on the side of Boreal, especially with their very aggressive wards like this one and this one here. And Anti-Mage is definitely taking advantage of that. When you have map control as an Anti-Mage, you don't go find kills, you don't go be aggressive, you sit back and you hit creeps. Because that's what this hero was made for. This hero was born to hit creeps.
At least until he's 6 slotted.
I mean, even then, you need buyback. You might want a refresher for your ult. Eventually, they'll put an Ags into the mix that you'll want to farm up for a second.
Okay. Honestly, there's a little quirk that I would love addressed, which would be just finish up a freaking Aquila, man. I mean,
on the Anti-Mage?
hell no. The extra... No, the Lina.
The extra damage will be okay, and the attack speed will be fine. The thing is, she needs a BKB or an Ags, whichever it's going to be, and she needs it now. There's no, time to sit here and, well, I guess I'll finish an Aquila. Aquila is a laning item, first and foremost, but actually, some fresh meat coming out on the bot, but it's not in the hands of Pudge. Rather, it is the Pudge, but a nice 2-man ult from the Disruptor. Shredder going to come in. He'll bash down Clockwork as Loki gets hit as well. They did expend a Ravage there as well as a hookshot and don't make it out with their lives, and they only really managed to bring down a support. If you're just joining us, keep in mind this is Leviathan. This is Jenkins Pudge. It is support. It is not full-on core Pudge.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Oh, and he drops the hammer, and he actually finds one as well. KVH backing off a bit here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But meanwhile, up top, 747, he's got a Yasha in his inventory, a TP to get out. If Jenkins lands this, though, he will find it, and he'll get the hook, but I don't think he believed he was going to kill him there. He actually walked right past him and let Anti-Mage just blink away, but it at least interrupted his TP, did a little chunk of damage, which won't mean anything thanks to the Vlads, and wasted 100 gold. So, I guess it's okay, but again, it's Pudge rotating in without a kill here.
Well, I mean, I don't think he had a kill potential overall, because he already has 2 levels in spell shield, and he's an Anti-Mage after all.
Yeah.
But it was worth a try, I think. I think he just didn't expect it to actually land it. But hey, I mean,
I just
shows better than the genes that you would expect, you know? It's
yeah.
It's on your blood.
And this is the thing, like, what other support can just TP in behind a tower besides Ogre Magi, who, surprisingly, I don't think was really touched on in the draft. He hasn't fallen completely out yet, but he's not as great as he once was, sadly. But what hero can just TP in behind the tower as a support and just say, Anti-Mage, you have to run? Because I could actually potentially solo kill you if you're not careful. And actually, they'll Moonlight Shadow up here. 747's here. Does he get hooked, though? Jenkins looking for it. He'll blink away in time, it looks like. Unless he just throws the hook right there at the Ancients and grabs him. He's going to find him. He'll get the Dismember, and 747 hits the deck hard. Aghanim's up for Lina. 25 minutes in. Perfectly good timing, in my opinion, as well. That was what?
Shenanigans, as the guys of Boreal trying to ping out. It's just like good game. And so it's like, well, he saw the animation blinking towards the camp, and he's like, of course he's farming this, man.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Anti-Mage isn't gonna stop farming. Where's he gonna go? Like, I'm just gonna sit under my tower until their creep wave gets here. No, you've got time. Yeah. Hit the Ancients.
Really
Jenkins just using the hook to scout out there. Very nicely done by him. That'll secure an Aegis for Shredder and a 7,500 gold lead for Leviathan as well. 10k XP ahead for them at the moment, and doing very well. Disruptor, now with the Blink Dagger up, and that's actually a very big pickup for him. Being 1, 2, and 6 at this point in the game for Disruptor is pretty well played. Now, he's good against Clockwork anyway, let's be honest. Clockwork hook shots in, Disruptor's like, that's nice, see you later, you just wasted your ult, buddy. But he is a squishy hero.
He's one of those heroes like Earthshaker that is really easy to kill once you get him. Once you get the jump on him.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm slow as hell. Probably won't have any way to manage to jump it. So even with the blink, I mean, I'm kind of screwed anyway.
Yeah.
And
if 2 people jump on him, he's done.
You don't have any. Yeah, pretty much. Well, if he gets jumped on with someone with like an urn. Damage over time thing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Flying Zebra will glimpse Anti-Mage back. They actually spin a glimpse though, which is level 4, so it's not a long cooldown. But they force Disruptor back to base. They just used the Moonlight Shadow, but they're actually going to use it for more than that. Nusham and Shibby on the lookout here, but they know something's up. And actually, Anti-Mage... Oh, wait, they actually interrupt the TP with the Imprison. Nusham's waiting here, but he's got to blink away. And actually, Shibby is stuck for a little while here. He's got 10 more seconds on the Force Staff. The downside to Blink Dagger's cousin. Jenkins is here to bail him out, though. And he's working on a Force Staff of his own. Only about 800 gold to go on that. Clockwork already working on an Ags as well here.
Going back a little bit to the Lina situation. I mean, yes, you should be... I don't know, man. I have this quirk with 8 heroes like Lina or Wind Ranger actually. Oh, actually, she is gonna... Speaking of...
Help get the Disruptor down, yeah.
Cosplaying Chandra there, just, you know, going for that Disruptor kill real quick with the help of the Clockwork, and actually KVH is gonna TP. Not gonna contest the tower, which I find weird, honestly. I mean, they already have the creeps already hitting it. I don't know, man. I'm not confused about that particular move. Maybe he was freaking out. The Pudge is gonna jump out of nowhere. And just,
I think that was what it was.
Wild hook up there.
I think she thought Pudge was over there because he was sitting around mid and he just entered the ward and then she backed off. So, but also she could be cutting a path for Jenkins without realizing it. The Aegis gets reclaimed in 2 minutes. Haven't been able to take it off of Shredder though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, going a little bit into my little rant. It's like, I feel like Aquila with certain heroes is pretty good, especially attack speed heroes, which I feel like Lina is partially into.
Yeah, you're breaking up on me.
Of the game, or at least onto the mid game.
Okay.
Oh.
You were a little bit. You're good now.
Was a little spike.
Yeah.
I feel like heroes like Lina, which are like, you know, based on attack speed in order to just mid to late game, could use that extra, you know,
agility.
Yeah, since you're already going for Bassi most of the time anyway, it's like
might as well.
Might as well. I mean, yeah, exactly.
I can agree with you to an extent. Although on most int heroes, I favor just disassembling your Bassi because it's once you have 30-something int, you're actually going to get more mana regen out of the Sage's Mask. And now you won't get the armor, of course, which is another big deal for the int hero. But the other thing is, a lot of int heroes can be considered greedy, especially heroes like Lina and whatnot. They don't want to sit back and build another item that's not a big item. Unfortunately for Mirana, that arrow had a creep spawn into it. Loki, though, he has a Ravage up. Not going to get to use it this fight unless he buys back, which he will. Yule's coming up on Faceless Voider to purge off that shield. The stun misses, though. And actually, Shredder could be going down. He does have the Aegis, though. A hook out from Jenkins won't connect. Clockwork looks for the hook shot forward, actually gets imprisoned there in a bit of an awkward scenario. Shibby will BKB up, and he'll take down the Clockwork as well as doing some serious damage. There still hasn't been a Ravage yet. There's a blink available from Loki. He's going to look for it. He'll find all 5 of them. The cleave damage from Susie doing serious work, but he gets dismembered right in time. He's not going to be able to get the Mana Void off. But now, he'll be able to burn down the Outworld Devourer. They lose their tower, but they take down 3 in return, even if it costs them a buyback. A beautiful Ravage coming off of that buyback, if I've ever seen one.
That's how you make value out of a buyback, ladies and gentlemen.
Seriously.
That's a good buyback. That's a buyback.
Any buybacks you've seen Revo do on stream are bad buybacks.
Well, I'm not saying anything on those, but just throwing that out there. Anyway, the problem that something I would question would be the part of the, getting killed in the first place, because he was outside of position. He's going for a 4-staff actually.
Yeah, he's actually got it.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
Like, that whole fight got him about 1,000 gold. Oh,
That Lena's gonna be a happy Lena.
she doesn't have mana. She doesn't have mana for the ult. Otherwise, she would have killed him possibly if he hadn't backtracked it. But Shredder, he's unstoppable. As his Aegis is now down, he'll just BKB and say, "See ya, bro. We're not gonna kill you because you're kind of our team mascot, but it is important for you to know that you can't kill me either."
It really sucks.
It really does.
That really sucks for Lena, man.
And it was one of those, like, I barely need more mana, I believe. I'm not 100% sure how much more she needed, but it wasn't much. Manta and Basher now up on Anti-Mage.
See, Revo? That's why you needed the Bassy, man.
Of course, yeah. If you still had that Bassy instead of that one, the one Iron Branch is doing so much, but not enough. And internet connection problem. Are we back? We're back. We're here. I think. Ruptur, I can't hear you. Okay, he's gone again. He'll be back. I'm very sorry about the technical issues, guys. Hopefully, you're enjoying the cast nonetheless. This has not been a problem for us in the past. Of course, part of it may be because I'm at home instead of at school. I'm just gonna wait until he's ready to rejoin me. And he'll redial in a moment here. They actually do have a glimpse back on the Anti-Mage. And a silence coming out on him as well. Do they have the damage to kill him off, though? Looks like a Dismember's going to come through. Pudge looking for the hook. He'll actually get it before Anti-Mage can blink away. 747 going down. Now, let me try and call him back. And there is an internet connection problem. Somebody call the internet people. Have them clean the pipes. Are the pipes clear?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, you plugged the tin can back into the string, right?
I don't know, man. Speaking about plugging things in.
A Clockwork trying to find the hook shot, but can't quite find the socket there as Faceless Void just slinks away from him.
Yeah.
They do at least force another BKB charge out of him, and it's down to 7 seconds, and we haven't seen it in a really big team fight yet. He hasn't really accomplished his purpose of building it. Like, I would imagine that's to block the Lina stun, or to, just resist the damage from Anti-Mage and even Tidehunter. But, haven't seen too much of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's burning through those real fast here.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you've got to do it, you've got to do it. Would you rather burn through your 10-second BKB or die? Well,
exactly.
Get in a better position and don't do either.
That would be the smart. That would be the smart.
That'd be the smart thing to do. Yeah, but Jenkins though is.
That I said about the buyback on the Die Hunt. Pretty much is like, well, that was a really good buyback. That was a great Ravage, but
if you hadn't got caught in the Chronosphere, you would have been fine. You know.
Yeah. So there's that counter argument, but again, it's just being nitpicky, to be honest, because this guy they know their Dota. So
definitely.
I mean,
Void actually going for what appears to be Daedalus, I'm assuming, or it could be MKB. What would your call be there? Ruptur? Oh, of course. Okay. Anyways, hook coming out from Pudge. Nice escape there. getting the OD out in time, and actually a Hex comes out on KVH. He can't use that Lasagna Blade right now, but Dazzle, he's going to be there. There's an Imprison coming out. Can he throw the Lasagna out in time? But he can't even see them. He blinks away, actually just in time. Disruptor going to throw down the ult, though, and it's not enough for him to get away at the moment. Let me reconnect to Rupture, and actually, Cogs coming out from Clock right now. He'll push OD back, and Anti-Mage going in for a kill. A Ravage comes out from Tide to stop the Void inside the Chronosphere. 747 turning on the Manta. He'll turn on Shredder now. He's getting bashed up. The Bash Lord getting hit hard, and it is going to be that MKB coming out for him, but not just yet. Actually, the Hammer gets dropped, takes out 2 from Shibby, but Shibby can't quite find a hit on the Anti-Mage. AM able to use the Mana Void to finish him off there. Jenkins and Flying Z are the last ones left, but Anti-Mage knows who's easy to kill here, and who can barely do damage to him.
No.
Oh, dear Jenkins. Don't worry, guys, I locked him down. Wait, you guys are dead? Oh, well, guess I'll just die too, and we'll have a team meeting.
To the Bat Cave!
And Tide pinging out the other Bat Cave right now, trying to say, hey, there's a Roche over here, and we should do it. Because Anti-Mage has Vlad's. He can... Holy crap, he's got an Abyssal. That's an Abyssal done. He's got 5,400 gold right now as he takes down the bot tower with the illusions. Which, keep in mind, we're just nerfed. That's just how powerful this hero is.
Totally balanced, Valve. Totally balanced.
He's balanced. If you shut him down in the early game, he's done.
Well,
like,
that's kind of hard thing to do, though.
Oh, it's very hard to do, but I'm talking, you just have to run an aggressive tri-lane against him. And if he goes to the mid lane, you run an aggressive tri-lane in the mid lane against him. This is not a, oh, well, he's going to go mid. It's not like a Naga, where you're just going to say, well, let our mid play mid, and we'll get over it. No, you focus this hero down, because the way you win the game is now not by getting your heroes farmed, but by stopping their heroes.
Which at the end of the day is pretty much a little bit of a trade-off, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, if you're able to out-farm the enemy hero by delaying him or whatever,
or beating Anti-Mage.
Yeah, pretty much. Then you're able to actually just get the upside of the whole deal.
He has 368 last hits compared to Void's 243. This is like... It's insane. And now they're going to smoke up. They're going to go for...
Running out with the map.
They took Roche, okay. I think I blinked and they took Roche.
Well... Oh, wait.
Oh, the hook shot, though! It'll get through! It'll actually... Oh, dear.
Oh, the counter, man!
They do get the Hex off on the real Anti-Mage. They actually got him! They got him! He's in the Disruptor ulti. Nice chrono by Shredder. And actually, they're going to take down 747. He is going to respawn with that Aegis. But they actually bring down Clockwork at least. Loki 57 going to go down as well. Doesn't have a Ravage available. KVH on the run. Anti-Mage. Where did he go? He's already gone. No, he's actually back, and now he's gone again. But Shibby, with a double kill, he's taken out the rest of the team. And kind of pulling the rug out from under old Magina here. That was a fight now.
Jesus.
He just... Anti-Mage here, he died, like, over here, blinked in, and then blinked back out a few seconds later when he realized, I can't fight this. Let's just split push, because that's one thing he's very good at with the Battle Fury, with illusions as well. And he will be picking up a TP right now, but he's not coming back just yet. He's actually going to just pop the glyph, and they'll say, hey, the glyph's down, let's go for your racks. Arrow comes out as well. Dazzle's going to buy back. Shibby, though, just trying to ward them off at the moment, as they are going to look to take down the top racks, and probably going to do it. KVH gets hexed up here.
How many hexes does these fuckers have, man?
2 on Nushim and Shibby.
Okay, KVH got hexed twice. Like, consecutively. I'm like, dear God. Oh, nice.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah. They will lose a Rax, but they won't lose anything else. The mid tower does take some serious damage in the process, but they take down the OD, who is, in all honesty, the big damage dealer at the moment, in my opinion. And that's the 6th slot for Anti-Mage right now. He can now sell his boots for boots of travel, his Vlads for anything else pretty much, because he doesn't need it at this point. He's got health, even though he's not gone with the health focus build. But with the BKB coming up, that's going to really solidify him as a force, because OD isn't going to do that much anymore. He's not going to get hexed. He's not going to get glimpsed back into a fight and stuck in Disruptor's swamp of spells.
Swamp of spells, man. That's some weird Lovecraftian shit, man. Nice hook from...
okay. Not quite quick enough on the trigger finger, it looks like, as he actually gets trapped in a chrono, and they've just removed him from the fight right now. He's silenced. Where was the hook?
Oh, man. Jenkins.
Oh, Jenkins.
That totally backfired.
They land the arrow, though. Susie's stuck. They've got the hook. They actually managed to grab him, but Lena is there with the Yules, and Susie, or 747, excuse me, is going to get ripped apart by the AM now. He's unstoppable now. There's no buyback up on Void or Pudge, and his team has to hold the racks. He hasn't not used his BKB. He actually used the BKB. Shibby's going down. Shibby's going to fall. He does have buyback, but I think it's looking like it might be Boreal's game. In a game that I was thinking Leviathan could pretty much take 2-0, it could be 2-1, or it could just be Boreal win it, at this point, in any fashion.
You say 9 tentacle eyes, because I can totally say that. Well, Loki can at least.
Yeah, that Ravage is big. Shibby does still have his ult available, but he just bought back, and they're not doing much with it. Is he going to get the Hex? Can he get the Hex in time? He's just going to melt. The Grave wouldn't have... The Grave didn't even matter. The Grave is like a, well, just in case you do die. Oh my gosh, just...
Oh, there we got you. Kids, I don't think you were supposed to watch that.
Yeah, kids, it's past your bedtime anyway.
Yeah. God.
By the way, what was that hook shot?
Nice
What the...
That was a really good hook from the Clockwork. That's some really good awareness.
That was a beautiful dodge.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure Jenkins would have hit him, but
me, so I'm just gonna get the hell out of here. Damn. Oh, please, sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's fine. I'm wondering if they have room to come back. They could actually make it.
They do have the lineup to do it.
Boys, it's not up. It's not up.
Of course it's not up, but, you know, mind games and shit.
Tide's like, Roche! Clockwork's like, wait a second, guys. Hold on, hold your horses. Before we pull the whole Roche fake, is it even there? Well, no, not really. Tide looking for the refresher. I believe he has it. He does not have it. Just kidding. Oh no, OD was building it. OD was building it, that's right. This is one thing I do want to point out that I think is a bit of a mistake for OD. When he bought back and left base, I would have traded out the Oblivion Staff for the TP scroll just for a little bit. He may have done it and I missed it, but just because it's going to give you extra damage and extra int and a little more attack speed, you ain't using the TP scroll when you're right inside your base. 9 times out of 10.
And now I was like, what the hell is this Kato token?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm talking about the hook shot that just, meow. But it's on 12-second cooldown, so whatever.
Yeah, the extra damage would have been, I'm not gonna say crucial, because he couldn't drop out the hand properly, because he didn't have like really good like spot in order to, you know, target multiple heroes with it. So, man, he had like a really tough time just, you know, managing that anyway. It's hard. Game is hard. However, appearance from the Arcane Orb is gonna be a threat for the anti-mage, no matter what. Especially without a butterfly, he's killable. I don't know if that's proper English, but I'm gonna say it anyway. And he's
mortal.
It's just 2,000 hit points. The problem is when he just goes one-on-one on you. You know, when he goes man mode on you.
Yeah, you can't face him.
That's the problem.
You'd have to hex him, and he's got the BKB. If he's going 1v1 against Marana or OD, he's gonna have that BKB on. Speaking of things being on, OD just drops the TP on the ground. Does not want it. He knows what he wants. He wants the Aegis.
Ground, man. Just like
I
that,
don't need your handouts. Saturday Night Live, yeah. I'm an adult. I'll try to play that in the break for us.
Oh god, this is gonna get messy.
Oh no. They just walk into Clockwork, who's like, I don't care, I have Dazzle. And Tide's like, I don't care, I have Ravage. 747's like, I care, but I'm at a Chrono. And there's an ulti drop from OD. Doesn't hit much, though. They're all alive. Tide did go down, but the gem's on the ground. Nusham picks it up. He hexes Futsi and actually dodges the hookshot. Shibby on the run here. KBH is going to blink forward. He actually gets self-imprisoned. There was a glimpse back on the anti-mage. I'm not sure it'll do much, actually, as OD gets hit there. Nice arrow out from Mirana, actually, as she leaps away, and they're going to be stuck here looking for her for a second. She's gone, though, but they'll get a better prize. I don't know who takes this. I guess KBH? KBH has a slot.
I wouldn't be against it, to be honest.
I mean, at this point, there's nothing 747 can drop. There's not. You could maybe argue dropping the Vlads, maybe the Battle Fury 2, but you still don't want to do it. Clockwork will pick up the Aegis, Lena will pick up Cheese, and actually I think Cheese is a bit more useful on Lena, especially at her current mana state. She's going to be able to pop the ult, and kaboom, somebody dead. That is the problem with Mirana right now.
Just dropped, by the way, so rip Peroni that.
Wait, what did?
One FEG. I actually think it was Mirana's. Somehow. Oh, it was the one in the middle center. Actually, yeah, Dazzle's gonna go for the Vlad, so it's gonna switch out the Vlads.
Oh, come on, I'm trying to see these.
Flying Zero FEG, and it's amazing. That's some gold FEGs. Just, you know, going a little bit with the comedic approach, but man, that FEG from Flying Zero is just gold.
Yeah. That one's really good. Icefork Sama. Ooh. Ah.
Yeah.
Well, what have we got over here, real quick? Detective Bat.
Yeah.
How it feels to be 6-roll on the prowl, and I'm just... Wow, we're got a slow moment here. Slamming. Very original there. I totally haven't seen that one before, Kappa. Anyways. So, let's take a look at our graph. Oh, dear. Yeah, that was a pretty big turnaround when they took those racks. About a 1,400 gold swing. And 1,200 experience swing. Excuse my yawning. Might be a late night tonight. I thought this game started at 9. I was like, yeah, I could do that. Well, for me.
Well, going back a little bit into the, I would say the Lena situation, I really would love her to get the freaking MKB next. Reason not to. Also, the fact that if you saw the Chronosphere on the last engagement, Shredder just got destroyed by her with the
Bible.
Madness on.
Bible got hit by the arrow. Jenkins misses the hook. Jenkins is playing really well, but some of these hooks are just not on the mark, and it could cost him. Anti-Mage has 2 sources of additive armor right now. He'll get Medallion, but he'll dodge that one. The arrow gonna come out and nail him. There's your Chronosphere coming out, and 747 does not... Oh, the backtrack, too. The backtrack from the Lena ult. That's gotta be unfortunate. The hammer gets dropped by OD, and it looks like they're all falling apart. There's 2 buybacks coming out now. Another from the hard carry there, and Anti-Mage comes back in. Mana Void's up. And Shredder chase back to the base right now. Gem on the ground though. Mega creeps are up. This game is not 100% over though. It's pretty close.
They need to pull out a hell of a fight though. In order to...
Oh no, Jenkins, no! Force Staff might save him, but Shibby now on the line of fire for Anti-Mage, and the hook. That hook.
Hello, brother.
That hook was brilliant.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's not that it was hard, but it was brilliant. Yeah, this has been a game of skill shots, and right there we saw 2 of them miss, but Shredder doesn't backtrack at this time, and actually he'll get taken down here. I think game number 1 is about to be in the books here, Rupture. Oh dear. GG well played comes out, and Leviathan gonna lead the series by trailing it. Wow. Let's try that again. Boreal gonna lead the series 1-0 as we move into the second game. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we call down here para la choza. That means go home, boy. You're getting schooled, man.
Still, I felt like Leviathan put up a good fight. And really, okay, Pudge, hush. Okay, we're gonna do the post-game thing from the main screen because I can't. Pudge is too loud. But yeah, it really it was a very good game from both teams, and I'm excited to see games 2 and possibly game number 3 if it happens. Of course, guys, you can find us at SPRevolution5 and at Rupture with a 3 instead of an E on Twitter. You can check the chat for those links as well. And we'll be back with game number 2.
I was walking through the city streets, and a man walks up to me and hands me the latest energy drink. Run faster, jump higher. Man, I'm not gonna let you poison me. I threw it on the ground. You must think I'm a joke. I ain't gonna be part of your system. Man, rub that garbage in another man's veins. I go to my favorite hot dog stand, and the dude says, you come here all the time. Here's one for free. I said, man, what I look like? A charity case? I took it and threw it on the ground. I don't need your handouts. I'm an adult. Please, you can't buy me hot dog, man. At the farmer's market with my so-called girlfriend, she hands me her cell phone, says it's my dad. Man, this ain't my dad. This is a cell phone. I threw it on the ground. What, you think I'm stupid? I'm not a part of your system. My dad's not a phone. Duh. Some poser hands me cake at a birthday party. What you want me to do with this? Eat it? Happy birthday to the ground. I threw the rest of the cake too. Welcome to the real world, jackass. So many things to throw on the ground, like this and this and that and even this. I'm an adult. Two Hollywood phonies tried to give me their autograph. Nobody wants your autograph, phonies. Then the two phonies got up. Turned out they had a taser, and they tased me in the butthole. I fell to the ground. The phonies didn't let up, tasing on my butthole over and over. I was screaming and squirming. My butthole was on fire. The moral of this story is you can't trust the system. Man!
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh.